Good morning. Bright and early here this morning. We were back over in the field. A little bit of beans on the cart, so we brought a truck over to get that empty, get the last of the beans out of here. We got to haul beans this morning. We're drying corn. Lots of stuff happening. It hasn't rained yet. Maybe we'll shell some corn today. Last beans through the cart this year. Well, I shouldn't say that because we do have the double croppers yet. Last first crop beans. Oh, it's so good to be done with those. All right, so that load there's only 12,000 pounds on it. It's not very much. Phil's gonna actually take them and deliver them to our local elevator here in Waldron. We do not sell hardly anything there because we can get so much better prices going elsewhere, but because that's just a partial load, it's not worth the 20-mile trip to get to our normal elevator when there's one between here and the farm that we can just drop them off at and sell them there. And if it's 30 cents a bushel less on, we're only talking less than, well, about 200 bushels. So what's that? 2 times 3, 60 bucks. Is that right? I think that's right. I'm going to run this truck home to the farm, and then we're going to come back and get this equipment out of here just in case it starts raining. Plus they're going to spread our fertilizer out here this morning, so we want to get the combine and stuff out of the field so they can spread it. Dropping the bean head. Guys are running beans already this morning. Everybody's trying to get as much done as possible before it rains. Starting to get a few sprinkles on the windshield though, so I don't know how long they're going to be running. He's the second guy I've seen out this morning already before 9 o'clock in the morning. Checking on our dryer out here. We're having some issues. It's not giving us an outlet moisture reading, and trying to troubleshoot and figure out what that is. It might be our moisture sensor going bad, so I'm going to do a little surgery. Alright, well, I just got off the phone with Dryer Master, which, by the way, this company, they are awesome. Their customer service is top-notch. The guy that answered the phone knew exactly what to look for and how to check stuff. Our moisture sensor out there, the circuit board, is going bad. It's not sending the proper voltage. There were some ways to test that with putting a jumper in and getting, it should be 5 volts. It was 4.4 or something, so they're going to overnight us one. We'll be here tomorrow. We can run it just in kind of manual mode between now and then. Not a big deal, but super awesome that we were able to diagnose it that fast, and that they're gonna hook us up and get one here quickly. That dryer was put in 2017, so I mean it's fine. So not a big deal. A little bit of maintenance on it there. That controller or the sensor will be here tomorrow, and we'll get it replaced and should be good to go. So we got a couple loads of beans to haul to town. I'm taking one. Phil's right behind me in the other truck. And then we'll have some dry corn to shell, but it's not raining yet, or some dry corn to haul. It's not raining yet, so maybe we'll go shell corn. I got a little work I'd like to do to the combine before we do that. I was counting on it raining today. It's not, so we'll see how it goes. Busy place today. There's already 3 trucks behind me too. I bet they can overload that trailer. Holy crap, that thing's huge. Belt trailer. I am back from that load of beans. We got enough corn in here to load this truck, probably 2 trucks, so I'll load this one up. I don't know if I'll haul it in or not. We'll wait for Phil to get back and see. But put a rubber strap on there. Phil brought me over to the field to get the grain cart. We're going to run this back to the farm. Just pulled in, we're fueling up. Dad just pulled in. He's pretty well caught up with the ripping, chiseling that we can do right now. They were supposed to spread the fertilizer on those bean fields that we finished up yesterday, this morning. I don't know if they have or not, but that's all that we've got left right now until they get some chicken litter spread. Bring Dad down to get his vehicle. Got this all chiseled up nice. Looks good. I went and grabbed some lunch quick. Phil just got back from a load of corn he hauled in. He's going to load up another one and take it. I'm going to change concaves on the combine. So we have two different styles. This is the style that we're going to put in. It's very much like a round bar, right? This is the style that we have in there, just in one spot. We're not changing them all, we're just doing one. But it's very much more aggressive. And I'm worried that that's damaging our corn, and we don't need it to be that aggressive for corn. I like that style because it does really good on green potted beans and keeps the beans really nice and clean. This is gentler on corn, so we're going to run this in the number 3 spot. I'll show you when we get out there. And Dad is going to go wear the paint off the new disc blades. He is doing a great job keeping the tillage stuff moving. He's got all the chiseling done that can be done at the moment, and he's going to go disc the corn stalks that we ran, the corn that we shelled 2 days ago. He's going to get them stalks done, so that's good. I was going to change this out here, but I have to pull some shields, and it's going to get dust all over. And those planters are clean. I don't want to get dust on them, so we're going to actually go out in front of the shop. I'm going to hook the corn head up, and we'll just work on this out there. I got a sensor I got to change on the corn head for the deck plates anyway, so it'd be good to do that too. I'm going to regret what I'm about to do, but it's too dirty to work under here. Oh. Let it clear. Okay. That's a little better. So in here is our concaves. And you can see we've got aggressive, round, aggressive, rounds. We want to change the third one there to the round style. And it's not that hard to do. We just got to take these 2 bolts out, and then the ones through the sides. There's a pin on the other side, and then it should slide out of there without too much trouble. Okay, I have got all of the bolts out. This should kind of fold down there. I might have to get a pry bar. Yeah. Got it. Now we just gotta slide this one back in there. It's in pretty good shape. Got a little chewed up there. Sometimes you get a raku. Right there we got something. But the rest of it all looks pretty good. That one went in a lot easier than the other one came out. Good deal. All right, put the bolts back in. Okay, that's back in. A couple of notes here. Down there, those fingers, that's a pre-cleaner extension underneath there. That a lot of people take those out and run without it. I don't really see the need. It's something that we'll consider if we have performance issues, but I've been told it's more so to get better capacity. And I'm running an 8-row on an S780. I shouldn't need more capacity. It should be able to keep up with me just fine. So there's some theories about the airflow and being able to clean corn up better and gain capacity and getting the corn down through the chaffer faster, but I don't know if it's necessary or not. So anyway, we're gonna leave that for now. That may change. However, up here, these are the separator grates, right? So we've got concaves in the front, separator grates in the back, and it's got these spacers up here. You're supposed to put these spacers in between here to give it a little more distance between those fingers in there and these grates when you do corn. When we're switching back and forth all the time, I don't mess with them because it's too much work to switch them every time you switch back and forth for not enough actual gain. Since we're basically done with beans, we're gonna go ahead and put those spacers in like you're supposed to. Like that, instead of that. All right, we got those concaves done, the spacer changed, and I got all the shields put back on. My deck plate position sensor wasn't working on the head the other day when we were shelling. I have a new one. It's under this cover. We're gonna go ahead and swap it out. Not real hard to do. I change these fairly regularly, it seems. I don't remember what the last one. Oh, on the Ripper. It's basically the same sensor. I changed one on the Ripper earlier this fall. All right, we need to run through some calibrations because I replaced that sensor,
and we replaced the concave and stuff. I just want to go through and calibrate the clearances and all that kind of stuff. Okay, I believe we're ready to go. We got fuel. My sensor did not fix my deck plates issue. It says that the sensor voltage is too low with the deck plates fully open. And I don't know what that means, other than that the sensor is kind of outside of its sensing range. There's a connecting rod in there with like almost like a turnbuckle where you can lengthen and shorten it. I tried adjusting that, both shorter and longer, and that did not fix my problem. So I am not 100% sure why, or what the deal is, or what to do about it. It could be in a wire harness somewhere. It could be a broken wire in a wire harness, although I would think it would tell me that it's not getting a signal, not that it's low voltage, if that was the case. So I don't know, but we're heading to a field. We'll talk about the field here in a little bit. It is just Phil and I today, and so I'm gonna open up a pass on the ends here, and then we're gonna go get grain cart and trucks. This might be the only time in the day that we're unloading on the go, so I figured I'd better film it for you. I know it's the same thing every day, but so what? It's cool every day. And we're about full, so we get to use the fun little command buttons and move the tractor around from the combine. Fill the back of the cart. Oh, it's awesome. Well, we were going along there, and all of a sudden the row unit plugged up, and I stopped and reversed it, and it flopped out, and I thought it was a rock or a wad of something, and it was a deer head. I don't know where the rest of it went. It's got quite a rack on it there. Somebody wants it. It's in my field. That's the second dead one I found in a field this year. Found one in beans a mile that way and a mile and a half that way earlier this year. They're better dead than alive as far as I'm concerned. Alright, now that we've got the end rows out of the way and we're kind of in this field we can talk about a little bit. This is historically our worst farms for corn, these two fields right here. And I don't really entirely know why, because we own them. They should be halfway decent. But just traditionally, we have not been able to raise very good corn on here. So hopefully this is a little bit better. Through the middle of the field here, it's not bad. The end rows are not good. But we'll see how it goes. And this is 104-day corn. It was planted the 14th of April. I expect it to be about as dry as anything that we have got. That's why we're here. I told Phil not to drive over it. He's taking care of it. Back in the field, we went and got another truck. Phil got that one on first one emptied in his back. He's back in the grain cart. The good news is that first load tested drier, 22.7-ish, something along those lines. So the corn is drier. That's good. We'll shell 22% corn all fall if we could, but yeah, we aren't gonna be that lucky. So, and it's decent. I mean, we're 180 bushel if that's our worst corn, which, like I said, this is our worst farm. I wouldn't be terribly upset by that. So, yeah, we're gonna keep pecking away at this here. With just two of us, I'm probably going to catch him and have to stop and help run trucks. But we should be able to get this. Only 36 acres here done, so we should be able to get it done tonight. This is why trees suck. Ugh, that's a yield killer there. First 12, 16 rows, hardly anything because of the dang trees, the wildlife. I've got a rider coming. What's up, bud? How are you? Good. Good? Dad came for a ride. So we just dropped him off because he's got to go. Phil just got back. He's going to empty the grain carts. We got to let it get empty before we can unload. And yeah, the corn's getting better here as we go across to get away from the ends. The ends were terrible. This last round that we did averaged 198. That's good. So, but the field average is still in the mid 160s. See how high it climbs by the time we're done here.
One thing to note, we cannot dump on the cart while he's unloading. I know there's room in there now, we can empty and get done, but that screws up scale weights. And since we use our grain cart scales for record keeping purposes, if I empty it before or while he's unloading, it won't know how much he unloaded versus how much I put in, and so we have to wait until he is done. Shelling corn under the lights. It's a pretty good time. It's a pretty good time. What do you think, Grayson? Huh?
I like it.
You like it? You're not even paying attention.
It's that one,
Not horrible corn, but it's not great corn. This is a very short hybrid. You can tell. I mean, when you sometimes we have corn that's this tall. This one is not. So yeah, we'll see how everything turns out. I mean, some of it's good. That's good, right? 218, 215. It's gotten better. There's some patches through the field that are good. Some that's not. Average is still climbing. We're in the 170s. Last pass of the field. Got better over here, especially in the back there. Let's see if we crack 180.
Dad,
Be close. That's okay. We'll take that. It's not great corn, but that's not terrible.
Dad,
What's up, bud?
this whole road takes all the whole bean head.
The whole corn head? How many rows is our corn head?
8.
8. That's right. Close. It's close enough we can round up, right? We'll see what the grain cart scale says compared to combine says, but yeah, good deal. So that's 36-ish acres done here today. I'm sure we've got plenty of wet corn. All of those should be going through the dryer a little faster. Of course, our dryer's not automated right now because our moisture sensor's not working, so it's probably just over drying it by quite a bit. It's fine. The new sensor will be here tomorrow. I got the email, it says it'll be here between noon and 2, so we'll be able to get that fixed tomorrow and keep everything moving. But tomorrow's supposed to be a decent day. We should be able to keep shelling corn. We're trying to make a plan as to where to go next. The problem is the fields where we want to go are fields that are closer to the elevator that we usually haul to, and we like to haul it straight into town. And I think it's the driest corn that we have. It's the early stuff, 102 and 3 day. But it's not going to be dry. It's going to be 20 to 22% probably. And the elevator is still on the 25th of October, not really taking wet corn because they don't have room for it because they're getting so many wet beans in right now. They're drying beans, which is a little frustrating. So we have to either wait until they're willing to take it or truck it all the way back to the farm 10 miles, and then we'll have to truck it back to the elevator 10 miles in the same direction. So what do we want to do? I don't know. But we'll figure it out. Anyway. This one's done. Well, we got those 2 trucks to unload yet, but there's only one light on the wet bin, so we don't have that much wet corn around. That's good. I have to get that one and this one home. Can you say hi, Princess? Grandma's been babysitting for us tonight. Hi. Oh, can't see you.
Yes, you can.
So, anyway, thanks for watching today. Have a great night. If you have any questions, comments, leave them down below. We're making a plan for tomorrow, trying to figure out where to go. Kind of depends on whether the elevator's willing to take wet corn or not. I was talking to Phil a little bit. He said he talked to him today, and it sounded like they had like 25,000 bushels of capacity for storing wet corn, and they're drying beans. So if they brought any in today, like the fields that we want to go to, there's 220 some ish acres there. Like we're talking 50,000 bushels of corn that we're going to haul straight to them, and they've got to have somewhere to go with it. So if they're willing to take it, we're probably going to go there because we've got 3 decent days ahead of us. If they're not willing to take it right now, we're going to stick around home and start working on some of this wetter stuff, I guess. So anyway, have a great night, everybody. Tell them bye, Brayson.
Bye.
Say bye-bye. Bye-bye. I get it, but we went 1/10 of a mile across the field. We're okay.